going down. Oh, a band will do it, my friends. Oh, yes, I said a boys' band. Did you hear me? I said River City's gonna have her boys' band, and I mean she needs it today. Now, Professor Harold Hill's on hand. River City's gonna have her boys' band. And as sure as the Lord made little green apples, that band's gonna be in uniform. Johnny, Billy, Teddy, Fred. You see the glitter of crashing cymbals. You hear the thunder of rolling drums. The shimmer of trumpets, tam-ta-ra. You feel something akin to the electric thrill Islands enjoyed. With Gilman, Liberati, Pat Conway, the great Creator, W.C. Henry, and John Philip Sousa all came to town on the very same historic day. 76 trombones and three, with 110 cornets close at hand. They were followed by rows and rows of finest virtuosos, the cream of every famous band. 76 trombones of the morning sun, with 110 cornets right behind. There were more than 1,000 reeds springing up like weeds. There were horns of every shape and kind. There were timpanis and horsemen's thundering, thundering all along the way. Double bell euphoniums and big bassoons. Each bassoon having its big fat say. There were 50 mounted cannons and the battery. Thundering, thundering, louder than before. Clarinets of every size and trumpeters would improvise and hold on to higher than the sky.
Escort the young lady home.
Only, excepting I'm not going home. I'm
I'm going to the library. Egad!
Then escort the young lady home by way of the library, by way of the candy kitchen. Yes, sir. Do I have to? You have to. Yes, sir.
Egad!
Professor, you're a pretty bright young fellow. You made a couple mistakes, though.
Oh,
The mayor owns the billiard parlor and that new pool table.
what was my other mistake?
That's Anita. She's the mayor's oldest girl.
Just a minute, Professor Hill. We'd like to see your credentials. We're the school board. Academic certificates.
Nothing of the kind!
We need letters and papers!
You put up a bomb!
What am I?
Here.
Say.
Ice cream. Ice cream, but I don't see young man if that's
All right, and talk then.
Ice cream.
Talk.
Ice cream.
See, singing is just sustained talking.
Ice cream.
Now you writing ice cream. Now you say
Ice cream!
Ladies, from now on, you'll never see one of those men without the other three.
Oh, Professor, you're wrong. Why, they hated each other for 15 years.
Ice cream. Ice cream. Ice cream. Any sin insincere? Where is the good in goodbye? In goodbye. Your apprehensions confuse me, dear. Puzzle and mystify, tell me what can be fair in farewell, dear, while one single star shines above. How can there be any sin insincere? Aren't we sincerely in love? Oh, we're in love.
I don't suppose you live alone or
No.
anything. I've got some wonderful caramels over at the hotel.
Mr. Hill.
Professor Hill.
Professor of what? At what college did they give a degree for joining women on the streets, for the Saturday night rowdy at a public dance hall?
I wouldn't know about that. I'm a conservatory man myself. Gary, Indiana, gold medal class of '05.
Even should that happen to be true, does that give you a reason to follow me around wherever I go? Another thing, Mr. Hill, I'm not as easily mesmerized or hoodwinked as some people in this town, and I think it only fair to warn you that I've shelved both reference books in there, which may give me some interesting information about you.
How do you, Greg? How do you, Greg? Oh, hi, Marcellus. And don't call me Greg. How'd you make out with the music teacher? Scrumptious. Ate out of my hand the moment I tipped my hat. She did. Boy, did you cut yourself a swat tonight. For a minute even, I thought you knew something about leading a band. Just like when you used to imitate that band fellow back in Jolly. Yeah. Kid stuff. I'm in rare form these days, son. Just you keep your eyes on me for the next 4 weeks. 4 weeks? I thought it only used to take 10 days for the instruments to arrive. Oh, well, it still does, but it takes 4 weeks for the uniforms. Oh, no, Greg. You you haven't had uniforms.
Uniforms and instruction books.
Instruction books? But Greg, you can't pull off a music professor. I mean, not for any 4 weeks.
Marcy,
You don't know one note from another.
I have a revolutionary new method called the think system, where you don't bother with the notes.
But Greg, in 4 weeks, the people are going to want to hear music. You're going to have to lead the band.
But when the uniforms arrive, they forget everything else, at least long enough for me to collect and leave. This is a refined operation, son. And I've got it timed down to the last wave of the brakeman's hand on the last train out of town. And now, Mr. Washburn, excuse me.
Gonna line yourself up a little canoodling, huh? Say, I could set you up with Ethel's sister. Lovely gal. Teaches Sunday school.
No wide-eyed, eager, innocent, wholesome Sunday school teacher for me. And that kind of girl spins webs no spider ever... Now listen, a girl who trades on all that purity merely wants to trade my independence for her security. Only affirmative she will allow her first to marching down the aisle of golden glorious leading Christine guys. No, sir, for no Diana do I play pawn, and I can tell you that right now. I snarl, I hiss, how can ignorance be compared to bliss? I spark, I fizz, for the lady who knows what time it is. I cheer, and I crave for the virtue I'm too late to save. The sadder but wiser girl for me. No bright-eyed, blushing, breathless baby, no baby. No, sir, that kind of child ties knots. No sailor ever knew. I prefer to take a chance on a formed adult romance. No dewy young miss who keeps resisting all the time she keeps insisting. No fine-eyed, wholesome, innocent female. No, sir, why she's the fisherman, I'm the fish you see. Plop! I flinch, I shy, when the last with the delicate air goes by. I smile, I grin, when the girl with the touch of sin walks in. I hope, and I pray, for Hester to win just one more rain. The sadder but wiser girl's the girl for me. The sadder but wiser girl for me. After all,
daughters to a man who never had a friend in this town, till she came here, old Miser Madison.
Miser Madison. Madison Gymnasium, the Madison Picnic Park, Madison Hospital. That Miser Madison?
Exactly. Who do you think he was anyway?
Well, I should say, show off. Gave the town the library too, did he?
Well, that's just it. When he died, he left the library building to the city. But he left all books to her. She was seen coming and going from his place.
Oh yes, that woman made brazen overtures. With the guilt and charity. She had no little time to ride, and summer boys to chuck and break. Just gouge her down and go reveal a lunch and let this cold as steel. Here, where a woman's heart should be.
He left River City, the library building, but he left all the books to her.
Toss her,
Ran away.
Just a minute, Professor. We need your credentials.
Yes, of course. I know it's just what you're doing. Come with me. Good night, ladies. It's all right. I know everything and it doesn't make any difference.
What are you talking about?
You were probably very young. Anyone can make a mistake.
What?
No apologies, no explanations, please. I'll only be in town for a short time, and this Saturday wiser girl for me.
Will you please make your selection and leave?
Oh, I have.
Well, what would you like to take out?
The librarian!
Quiet, please.
The librarian. You're not listening, Marion. Look. Marion. Marbles. 6 Steelies, 8 Aggies, a dozen Peewees, and 1 Big Glassy with an American flag in the middle. I think I'll try.
Oh!
Madam Librarian. What can I do, my dear, to catch your ear? I love you madly, madly, Madam Librarian. Marian, heaven help us, the library caught on fire. The volunteer hose brigade just had to whisper the news to Marian. Madam Librarian. What can I say, my dear, to make it clear? I need you badly, badly, Madam Librarian. Marian, if I stumbled, I busted my butt, you would call it. I could lie on your floor unnoticed, till my body had turned to carrion. Madam Librarian. Now in the moonlight, a man could sing it. In the moonlight.
singing out loud with any light brand we give, such as the ladies' dance committee meets on Tuesday nights. Marshmallow? Madam Librarian. Well, Tommy, we had a pretty good morning. 11 sales out of 12 tries. Hey, tell you what, it's almost noon. You better go home and get some dinner. I'll try a couple by myself. Goodbye, Professor. Thanks, Tommy.
Just a minute. Are you soliciting? You haven't got a license.
Oh, no, Mayor, shit. I collect doorbells. This particular specimen has an unusual tone quality.
Flattery will not avail you. Soliciting is statutory in this county. Malfeasance without a permit. Why haven't you been down to City Hall with your references?
I just missed you. Mr. Mayor, your hand.
Oh, no.
What? What?
The spread of the little finger. It's hereditary.
Oh, it is.
What does that mean? Well, it means that your son's little finger is perfectly situated to operate the spit valve on a B-flat flugelhorn.
Is that good?
Look, good! It means that America has at last produced an artist that can flugel the minute waltz in 50 seconds.
Where do I get one of those
Or
awards?
sign here, Mr. Mayor. That'd be $17 import.
Yes, sir. Just think, I could have missed this hole. I haven't got any son. You want scrupulous and blue by night? You want flickless? You'll be down to City Hall with your gold-earned references by 3 o'clock.
You mean this afternoon?
I couldn't make myself any plainer if I was a Quaker on his day off.
Mrs. Peru, do you realize you have the facial characteristics of a cornet virtuoso?
I don't know if I understand you entirely, Professor.
Well, if your boy has that same firm chin and those splendid cheek muscles, by George! Well, not that he could ever be really great, you understand.
Oh,
but he could be.
is that so? And in the name of St. Bridget, why not?
Well, you see, all the really great cornet players were Irish. Clark, O'Mandez,
But Professor, we are Irish.
No. No, really? Well, that clinches it. Sign here, Mrs. Prue. Your boy was born to play the cornet. Yeah, fine. That'll be $7 earnest money. Nothing more due until the first installment, payable at opening of band practice. Ah, thank you. And of course, I'll need the boy's measurements for his band uniform.
His uniform.
Well, hello, son. Certainly his uniform. And there won't be a penny due until delivery, which gives him 4 weeks to enjoy, to anticipate, to imagine, at no cost whatever. Never allow the demands of tomorrow to interfere with the pleasures and excitements of today.
Would it have
A stripe? Why, certainly, my boy. A wide red stripe on each side. Now, what do you think of that?
You'll excuse Winthrop, Professor. We can't get him to say 3 words a day, even to us. And if you could get him to play in the band, you'd have St. Michael's own way with you. But if anybody can do it, I bet you can. I'm a proud and pick you for a hard-carrying, clay pipe smoking, shamrock wearing, harp playing, the Lord in kitchen, or as a minstrel singing Irishman. And God be jabbers. Where are you from, you boy?
Gary, Indiana.
I knew it! Where did you say?
Gary, Indiana. In fact, Gary Conservatory was my alma mater.
Why, she now?
Why, yes, gold medal class of '05. How to do, Miss Peru?
How do you do, Mr.
Of course, Peru. I thought the name sounded familiar. I've tried to see you since the other night, but...
He wants to put Winthrop in the band.
We're not interested, Mama.
But Marion, I might have his father's musical gift. He does have my jaw, you know.
Oh, your husband's musical. Well, I'd like to have a talk
Do you
with him.
burst in on everyone's home like this? Prying into personal affairs? We're not interested.
Marion!
Well, now that's 1 for and 1 against. Why not let the boy's father decide?
The boy's father is dead. Anything else?
Sorry. But, you see, that's all the more reason why your brother should...
My brother is a
something like
10-year-old problem child who can't understand why his father was taken away. Would you care to explain it to him? He's been brooding about it for 2 years. And as for your musical tricks, why did you go into business with some nice carnival man that sells gold-painted watches and glass diamond rings?
Musical tricks! Oh, Miss Peru, I hardly... I get the feeling she likes the idea. Oh, a little cautious perhaps, but I admire that in a woman. Just keep me alive and I'll be back later in the week.
Oh, one moment, Professor. About the boy's measurements. I make all his clothes. Sleeve 21, waist 18, crotch 14.
Fine, that's all I need. And now, I really must get back to my hotel.
I do hope you'll excuse Marion, Professor. She's not
Please, don't worry about a thing. I'm sure at heart she's just as lovely as yourself. Good day to you, Miss Peru.
Has he gone?
He has. And I hope not forever. Darling, don't you ever think of your future? Gary, Indiana, conservation class of '05. No, darling.
Now, Mama, surely a girl's future doesn't depend on encouraging every fast-talking, self-centered, woman-chasing, traveling man who comes to town. And the fact that he claims his commodity music does not, in this particular case, impress me.
All right, darling, all right. Only it's a well-known principle that if you keep the flint in one drawer and the steel in another, you'll never strike much of a fire.
Mama. Winthrop? Winthrop, I know you're there. Please go to the library and ask Miss Grubb to give you the book I set aside. It's the Indiana State Educational Journal, 1890 to 1910. It's a large brown volume with black corners. White after. You won't have to talk to anyone. I've written it all down. Thank you, dear.
Now what are you up to? Why do you make books at this hour of the night?
I have a feeling the Indiana Journal may help me poke some large holes in the professor's claims.
Well, I give up. At your age, if you don't mind my asking, what kind of white knight do you expect to come riding along?
Well, I'm not waiting for Luther Griner, who backs me into the ancient history shelf every time he comes into the library.
He does?
Or Ed Gamage and that buggy of his with the removable back seat. I'm not waiting for a man in shiny white armor.